Once again, this is Prince Dicey, the Royal Financial Investment Group, coming to you guys live with another great, awesome video. Hope this video find you guys on a good day. I don't have a lot of time. I definitely know you guys don't have a lot of time, so let's jump straight into it. So this video is to make a prediction on Home Depot stock, right? Home Depot is scheduled to release their earnings on the 17th before the market hits. So, I know a lot of videos you see me doing in the past. After it's done, I kind of show you guys the trades. But I'm going to make a prediction before because it was asked to me on my Facebook page, like, hey, Prince, we got earnings coming up on Home Depot. Would you mind sharing your insight, your thoughts, all the other good stuff? Now, mind you guys, I usually don't do this. This is a stock I usually don't follow in particular or pay a whole lot of attention to. But I'll walk you guys through with a last-minute analysis of how I would judge the stock and how would it potentially move. So the first thing is I will look at the chart, right? I will see how it has moved in the past. Let's go back and look at 6 months. I clicked on the 6 months tab here. I will look to see how much it moved, right? So I can look back in August and see that, okay, it had a little drop here back in when was this, around February, March time frame. It had a little pop to the upside. And then I can see back in November last year, this time last year, it had a little jump as well. So that's the first thing, because you don't want to try to profit off of a stock that doesn't have a history or a trend of actually moving. Now, looking at this stock, particularly in Home Depot, it doesn't seem to make big, huge moves to the upside or downside. It seems to move nicely in one direction. So if a stock only moves nicely and not go crazy up or down, then I would probably not be interested in doing a straddle. The reason why I probably wouldn't be interested in doing a straddle is that in order for a straddle to be profitable, like you guys probably seen on my other live videos, in order for that straddle to be profitable, it has to move pretty big, right? It has to make a big move to the upside or downside. A straddle is when you're on both sides, you bullish and you're bearish. So to make it the position overall profitable, you need a big move. So I don't see Home Depot making a big, crazy move, but hey, welcome to the stock market. Anything can happen. So first thing I will look at the Home Price Index report. This is the Home Price Index report. U.S. Home Price Index report. I want to see how is the real estate industry performing. The Home Price Index report is one place that I can look up. So you can go here to the Federal Housing Finance Agency. Don't go to www.joeblow.com and hear somebody's commentary. Go straight to the horse's mouth. Federal Housing Finance Agency, right? So it's telling me the prices rose of homes. I'm seeing in June, I'm pretty much seeing that the home, not big major moves, but the home price index report is saying that the prices of homes are actually going up, which could be a sign of good real estate. Because what happens when people buy a new house? They buy new stuff to put in it. And what does Home Depot do? They sell stuff to put in those homes. So I'm not a genius or anything. I'm just using common sense here. So I look at the Home Price Index report. I say, okay, that looks nice. So I go back and I will look at the existing home sales report as well. So I will look into this. This is a video that you can see on this particular channel. This is the National Association for Realtors. I will go back and look at the existing home sales. So it's saying, hey, it rebounded strongly in September from falling from August decline. And pretty much is that, the real estate industry is kind of making a little nudge further. So that's another tool I would use. I would say, okay, the real estate industry seems to be kind of catching its feet in a way. So another thing I will look at is, this is the actual earnings report from Home Depot. And looking at the actual earnings report for Home Depot, I will go back and look right here. Updated fiscal 2015 guidance. Because once a company releases an earnings report, it has to project out in the future. It has to say, hey guys, this is where we are right now, and this is where we plan on being in the future, right? So I will look and say, hey, where do they plan on being in the future, right? I will look at their guidance, and I will look at their guidance, and then I will go back and I will look at what happened during this quarter. So I'll look at the guidance we have here. This is the guidance. Or the earnings report, and then I will go back and look at the report itself. Now another thing I will go and pull, this is another tool, great tool to have. Another good tool to have is the actual transcript from last quarter's earnings. So this is a Home Depot second quarter's earnings call This is the transcript, right? This tell you everybody's word what they're saying. So the first thing I'm looking for, of course, I'm looking for what the CEO is saying. It has his detailed words of what he said. I will look at the vice president. Then I will stroll on down. Okay, right here. I look at the questions, right? This is Credit Suzy analyst that is asking questions. I want to see what the analysts are interested in and how does the CEO rebuttal what they're asking, right? Because what the analyst is what the analysts' concerns are is usually what they're going to report out and put into the reports. Because when people put out reports, that's what drives the market. People get all excited, people get sad or whatever, and which leads to sell-offs and buy-offs and stuff like that, which causes stock to move. So I will look at this. This is another great tool to have, right? Here, etrade has a lot of good tools you can utilize as well. Right, I will go down here and I will go back to the snapshot. Okay, I will look at what the latest headlines were. I'll look at headlines for the past quarter to see if there's anything that can, now that you know what they was looking for in the second quarter, you know what analysts are looking for, you know the landscape of the industry. Oh yeah, I forgot to name another one, right? So I will go here. Retail home improvement. I will look at the sector, the industry. Okay, Home Depot is the leader of the retail home improvement, right? So I will go back and I will look and I will say, let's see. You got Home Depot here. You got Liquid Lumberdator here. No, Liquid Lumberdator. Lumber Liquidators Holding. Sorry about that. So I will look in the industry and I will see if they reported earnings, what were the earnings for people in the industry. Like you have Lowe's, Builders First Source, and Liquid Lumber Liquidators. And also I looked up their earnings as well. These are companies that you can look up that I'm not going to go in detail in video. But I will look up their earnings. I will look up their guidance. I will look with how they reported, because Lumber Liquidators, sorry about that guys, tongue twister. But when you look up LL, that'll make it simpler for me. That's a stock symbol for it anyway. So when you look up LL, I said, they beat on their earnings, and I look why. What was the landscape? What was going on, right? So my overall position on Home Depot is I wouldn't do a straddle because I don't think it's going to be big enough for a straddle to be profitable on both sides. So if I was to play this particular position, I would, let's take a look at the options so I can look right at them with you guys. So I would go for November 20th. The reason why I would go for November 20th, because these are going to be the stocks that are going, not the stocks, but these are going to be the contracts that are going to move the most, right? These are going to be the contracts that will move the most when the earnings are released. The 27th would kind of move, December, they would kind of move, but these are the ones that has the potential to move the most. So first of all, I will look here, look at the open interest at this side, compared to the open interest. I want to see, are people more on the call side or are they more on the put side? Here it seems to be kind of even, and when you're seeing such a large open interest right here at the money, that kind of tells me that people are kind of straddling in a way. But straddle wouldn't be my particular thing, just me personally. It wouldn't be my particular thing. So something you can do overall, my position is would be bullish, right? And if I'm going to be bullish in this, I will look at I would probably buy calls maybe here. It's only $200 a piece. I'll buy a couple calls here, maybe some here, and maybe some there as well. These three different positions, I will buy a call, and depending on how much money I'm putting into it. If I'm only putting like $600 into it, I'll probably just buy three right about here or there. Now, I don't want to go into the Greeks into this particular video to drag it out even longer, but this is my synopsis of looking at this particular position. Now, this is what's going to happen. When you play earnings, it's a 50-50 bet. If you're wrong, you're going to lose everything you put in. Simple and easy. Or if you're right, you're going to make money. You can double your money, you can triple, quadruple, whatever, right? But if you lose, you're going to lose what you put in. Now, to protect myself, what I would do is say, hey, if I got 3 calls on this side, I will grab a put from this side just to protect myself. Let's say if Home Depot come out, people sell off because, this is the market. You can't guess, not guess, but you can't predict everything, right? Or even guess, whatever. You can't predict everything, right? So if you are wrong, to protect yourself, you have a put on this side that can alleviate some of the pain that you would experience from all your calls. Because if I have 3 calls, they're going to make money. Yes, the puts will lose, but since I had 3 calls, their profit probably will outweigh the puts. But I would grab a put and probably like 3 or 4 calls because I'll be overall bullish, but also protect myself on the downside. How I would do that in particular, I would hit the trade button here. You guys already have videos, plenty of videos on telling you how to buy the stock. But I would grab and I would be bullish on Home Depot, and I'll grab a put just to be on the safe side. Hope that helped you. Hope you guys learned something from this. I'm gonna try to keep this up, but if you guys want to drop comments, tell me what you guys think. What's your predictions on Home Depot? What you think about Home Depot? All the other good stuff. But until the next video, you guys already know what to do. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Be safe.